Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Atchison at stampabove.com, coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today for the Totally Techniques blog hop, we are featuring tone on tone. I love tone on tone, especially this is a great little technique, especially for people who have trouble putting colors together. Because tone on tone is just that. We're going to use one tone and put it on the same tone. That's how it works. And it makes creating cards very easy. I think you're going to love it. It's a trendy look. I decided to use the Frosted Foliage and the Frosted Frames dies. These are in the Holiday Mini Catalog. And while they do have some Christmas greetings in them, I think they're just perfect for just about any time of year. You don't have to use the Christmas sayings, but I do love these snowflakes in here. So, oh my gosh, is that one of my hairs? Are you kidding me? So sorry. I should cut this part out, but I'm gonna leave it in there because guess what? It's real life stamping with Kelly. This is how things go, folks. Okay. We're going to flip the camera around. I've actually got 3 different colored cards to show you, 2 different designs, and I think you're going to love them. So let's get started. For my first card, I decided to use Pool Party. So I've got a card base that's 5.5 by 8.5. We're just going to fold that and burnish that edge good. Whoops. Oh, hang on. I've got cords getting tangled up all over the place here. My goodness. Let me see if I can prop this out of the way so it doesn't interfere. Oh, little wiggle. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot to tuck all the cords. Okay, we've got our card base here. Then I've got a fairly large Pool Party scrap and a Whisper White scrap. Another piece of Pool Party that's, 4 by 5.25, and a piece of Whisper White that is the same size, 4 by 5.25. So what we're going to do here is we are going to stamp a background. And I said I was going to be using the Frosted Foliage. And I've got this beautiful snowflake stamp and some Pool Party ink. So the tone on tone technique is just that. You're using the same color cardstock, same color ink. And you get this tone on tone look. You'll notice that I'm kind of turning my stamp so that it doesn't look uniform. And I can leave the middle of it empty, but isn't that just a really pretty soft look? We are done with that layer now, and I'm going to add it to my card front. And again, here's where that tone on tone comes in. Got Pool Party ink, Pool Party cardstock. We're adding it to Pool Party card base. All kinds of things going on there. Now we're going to pull in these 2 scraps, and I am going to die cut one of these images, one of these images, and also these pretty little snowflakes. And I will be right back. And here we go with all of these. So we have 2 snowflakes, and I just thought those would be pretty. They go along with the background on our card. A white stitched element, and then isn't this beautiful? Yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm going to take this and turn it sideways. I decided that I wanted to stamp the sentiment that says, "You warm my heart," because I can use that for just about any type of card, but I'm especially going to be needing thank you cards. So I thought this would be perfect for a thank you card, because if somebody gave me something, they obviously warmed my heart. I'm just going to take one of these snowflakes and set it right up there in the top left corner, and then another one in the bottom right down here. And then I'm going to add this layer to the middle of this foliage layer. I just think this is so, so pretty. The possibilities with this die set is endless. And then, of course, we're going to need to put these up on some dimensionals, because why wouldn't you? grab my take your pick tool and get these backings off of here. Oops, I didn't get that one. There we go. I'm going to add this right to the front of my card. Super, super easy, right? Dies make everything really easy and very spectacular. Now, I've got some rhinestones here, and I thought I should put some of these on my card because, again, why wouldn't you? They just add so much, just that little bit of bling in there. Now let's get our Whisper White layer here. And I decided to just keep it really simple, but I wanted to add a little something down here in the corner, so I just put in some of those snowflakes there. We're going to add this to the inside. Now you can of course do this with any colors, the tone on tone, but it makes creating super simple. One other thing that I wanted to do here was bring in a Whisper White envelope. So I've just got a scrap piece of paper here. This is an old advertisement. And I'm going to put my flap of my envelope on there, and now I'm going to decorate that with the snowflakes. And you're just going to keep stamping, filling up that entire flap. And I like to move mine around so that it, again, doesn't look uniform. Look at how pretty that is with my card. Yeah, okay. I have a couple others to show you. The next one coming in, I decided to use Petal Pink. I've got a card base that's 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And we're just gonna fold that and, whoops, burnish that edge. Again, I've got a Whisper White envelope, a layer for the inside that's 4 by 5 1/4, and let's see, here's my scraps. Petal Pink and Whisper White scraps. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna use the snowflakes though for this one, so I'm gonna die cut this. I'm gonna die cut this. And I'm also going to take this 4 by 5 1/4 inch layer of Petal Pink, and I am going to emboss it in the Subtles embossing folder. So I will be right back. And here we go with all of these elements. Oops. That's just such a very, very pretty design. It makes your paper almost look like linen paper. Okay, we're gonna take this layer that's embossed and add it to our card base. Again, we have that beautiful tone on tone. And here's where I decided to pull in a different stamp set. I'm going back to my good old Healing Hugs. If you do not have this stamp set, you definitely need it. I'm just gonna tell you that right away. The greetings or sentiments in here are fabulous, but these distinctive images, the flowers and the leaves, are delicious. Let me show you. I am going to bring in Petal Pink ink and the gorgeous rose flower. And I'm going to stamp this right in the middle of my white layer. And look at how beautiful that is. So, so pretty. Now I decided to use the Get Well Soon. And I'm going to stamp that right over my rose. That turned out great. And then as long as we're stamping sentiments, I've also got the Wishing You a Speedy Recovery. And I'm going to do that on this inside layer. Just like that. Isn't that a funky, quirky font? I love it. And then before we're done, we also have these leaves. And I am going to ink those up again in the Petal Pink. And I'm just going to put those leaves right here. That's just a pretty little accent for the inside. And now I think we are ready to get this card put together. I see my hair is still hanging around. My goodness, you'd think it was spring or something here. And it's not, ladies and gentlemen. It is full-blown winter in Wisconsin. We got a whole bunch of rain and snow today. Okay. Oh, I can show you. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? I love that. And then I'm going to take this piece and add our sentiment with our rose right to the middle, just like we did the last one. And we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Oh, that one didn't come off. There we go. Add this right to the front of our card. And I see I have one little piece that didn't come out there. I got it now, don't worry. And then again, I just want some of these diamonds or rhinestones on here. Beautiful! What do you think? Okay, we have to do the same thing to our envelope. And then I have one more card to show you. And I'm going to do the roses on my envelope. I don't know if you can hear that banging. My husband is banging something. And if it's annoying, well, sometimes husbands are annoying. Did I just say that? I did. I don't know what he's fixing, but he's fixing something. There we go. What do you think? Isn't that just going to be beautiful? Right? Coming in somebody's mailbox. Gonna love that. And then it all started with this one, and this is made out of soft sea foam. And I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I bet you'd be really pretty in petal pink too. And then we have this one. So we've got all kinds of pastels here today. Pool Party, soft sea foam, petal pink. Now, don't forget, you're gonna wanna click right up here. Totally Techniques design team are all making projects today using tone on tone. And whether you do a tone where you're stamping in the background with the same color ink on the same color cardstock, or using an embossing folder and adding a layer to the same color layer, tone on tone is how you interpret it. But it's a really fun technique. And again, there's not a lot of thought that has to go into it, right? You don't have to try and pick and choose colors that go together well. You use the same color and it will always go together well. Make sure you click on here to follow along on the blog hop. If you would like to order any of the products that I've shown you here today, these frosted frames dies and the frosted foliage is out of our holiday mini catalog. Beautiful, beautiful images. You can make all kinds of different cards here, including Christmas, right? Hop on over to my blog right here. You're going to find an online ordering button in the right-hand column. This is the host code that you want to use if your order is under $150. If it's over $150, don't use that code. You're going to get some Stampin' rewards from Stampin' Up, and I definitely want you to have those. And don't forget to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything coming out. If you can give me a thumbs up, I appreciate that. If you can share this video, that's even better. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.